All right, good evening. This is, oh my God, what is today's date?
Third.
Oh, thank you. This is the April 3rd Finance Committee meeting. Hi, Barbara. Come on in. Barbara, right?
Yes.
Yeah, come on. Have a seat.
Okay,
Welcome.
thank you. Sorry for being late.
No problem. Okay, so we have started the meeting. We have in attendance on the line, we have Darren Beals. To my left is Larry Costant. To my right, is Michael Wright, newly elected. And to Michael's right is Barbara Mankowski, newly elected to the committee. So I'd like to formally, on behalf of the committee, welcome Barbara and Michael. And also welcome back Darren. Darren was also recently reelected to the Finance Committee. So with that, looking at the agenda, the first item on the agenda is what we call the reorganization. So with that, the first order of business will be to appoint or nominate and elect a chair. I'm willing to do it again if there's no objections.
I'd like to make a motion to nominate Chris as the chair.
Okay,
I'll second.
thank you. So all those in favor, Larry?
Costant, aye.
Mike?
Barbara, aye.
Yep. Darren? Oh, sorry.
Darren,
Hold on. Yes, let me
I
stipulate. Yep.
can't vote.
Understand. Let me stipulate for the record. Barbara, you were sworn in today. Were you sworn in?
They just asked me to come here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You know what, I think she was gonna send me papers, I was supposed to go down
Okay,
and see her.
so,
So you
I
can't
need to go
vote.
do that first.
That's right, you can't vote today.
that's right.
No,
You-
okay, I
right.
didn't vote then.
Okay, so we have three, and Plunker, aye.
So we have
So-
three that's.
Yes,
So-
we have three ayes, that's a quorum.
So
and the motion
just
carries.
to clarify, I'm sorry, Barbara, I don't know your last name.
Mankowski,
Mahovsky?
Mankowski.
Minkowski. And Darren, welcome back. For the record, they're elected, they're not actually appointed yet, they're not
I'm
sworn
sorry,
in yet.
that's
So
correct.
So
That's
they're not
correct.
voting privilege.
That is correct.
Just for the public to
record.
understand.
Yep, that is correct.
Okay, so with the three of us, we have a quorum to vote, and you are now the chair,
Thank you.
again.
Thank you. So next, going through the list of committees that the Finance Committee has representation on. Next is the Fire Station Building Committee. Larry is currently the Finance Committee representative to that. So I know you're still interested in doing that.
That is my passion, so I want to stay there.
Yes, so I think I can make a motion. I will make a motion to appoint Larry Costant as the Fire Station Building Committee representative. Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
Okay, and the vote, Larry?
Aye, Costant, aye.
Yep.
Sorry.
Plonker, aye.
Right, aye.
And that's, okay, that's, okay, motion carries unanimous, thank you. So next is, these positions that I'm gonna are now open, available for anybody. First is the Capital Expenditures Committee. So is there any interest from any of the members on that?
Can I ask that you read through the different,
Absolutely, no, good idea, Barbara, good, yes, good idea, let me tell you what we have. So we have the Capital Expenditures Committee, we have the COA Addition Feasibility Study Committee. We have the School Committee representative, and then we also have the Old Colony School Building Committee. And I will stipulate that I am currently on the Old Colony School Building Committee, I've been for the last year. I would like to retain that position pending the vote, okay? So I guess what's left, we have School Committee, we have Capital Expenditures Committee, and the COA Addition Feasibility Study. Darren was previously on our school committee representative, but he has, Darren confirmed, you have noted that you're willing to accept any of those, positions, correct?
Yeah, Chris, I would give the new members first opportunity, and
Yep.
whatever's left, I'm happy to do.
Great, thank you, Darren, I appreciate that. So Barbara and Mike, do you have any? So we have, and it's nice because you can see if you count it out, we have really 5 committees. And last year it was nice, one person did each. It doesn't have to be that way, but it worked out good last year.
capital expenditures, I'd be good with that one.
Sure, you're interested in that, okay. Mike, you?
I can do school committee. That's
Oh,
fine.
fantastic, okay. So, that leaves, the COA for, okay, so let's do it, vote. Let's do one one at a time.
We have
Let's
questions
do-
first.
Oh, sure.
So capital expenditures, Barbara, I don't know your background. What's your interest in it and your background?
Good question. I spent most of my career in institutional asset management, representing people with a lot of wealth in the management, acquisition, disposition of their real estate assets. I wasn't a broker. I was truly an asset manager representing, hiring a broker or hiring people and so forth. So having been deep inside of businesses, trusts, trying to make sure that assets were performing, I'm at least familiar with what capital expenditures are and sort of what I would expect the process to be before you're approving them. I know government doesn't work like business does at all. So this will be an interesting learning curve. But just generically, I feel like that would probably be a spot.
Sounds like you'd be a great addition to the,
Absolutely.
sure. And Mike, I'll give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about your background.
Oh, sure, yeah. I've been in the financial industry my entire career, so I've worked for investment managers, I've put together financial statements, I've worked on like hedge fund services side, now I'm in financial technology side, working as a product manager. So, I've seen exposure to everything there is on that.
Awesome.
And as Barbara stipulated, municipal budgets tend to be nothing like the real world, the private sector.
They look like this.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit about that.
Then you get the school
Yeah.
department that looks
Yeah.
like that. So,
Right.
okay.
Great, so sounds like we have some great additions.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
okay,
good with it.
so
Yep.
we'll start with the vote.
Sure.
I'll entertain a motion to nominate Barbara Minkowski for the Finance Committee representation for the Capital Expenditures Committee.
Second.
Um,
Cost and
wait a
second.
minute, hold on. I'm entertaining the motion. So moved, you're gonna move it?
I'll move it.
Yep, and second.
Oh, second.
Okay, in the vote, Larry,
Cost and aye.
Plunker, aye.
Right eye.
Okay, so the motion carries. Thank you. Congratulations, Barbara. Welcome. Next we will
Get sworn
do.
in.
Yeah, right. Next we'll do we'll do a school committee. So I'll entertain a motion to nominate Mike for the representation for the school committee.
So moved.
Second.
Cost and aye.
Plunker, aye.
Right eye.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the school committee. Darren, so that leaves the COA addition feasibility study committee.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to appoint, appoint's right. Darren Beals to the COA addition feasibility study committee.
So moved. Cost and,
Second the motion.
cost and aye.
Plunker, aye.
Right eye.
Great, and motion carries, unanimous. Thank you, Darren. Great, thank you. So now we have our committee appointments. Next item on the agenda is the discuss and possible vote to approve $11,000 reserve fund transfer to assist with the new town administrator search. This request was, I received this request on March 26th from our town accountant, Todd Hassett, on behalf of our interim town administrator, Mr. Bob Nunes. I'll refresh everybody's memory. I had to do a little research myself, I'll admit. So the part of the budget, the finance committee, we have a reserve fund per the Board of Selectmen's financial policy of $100,000. It's to be used for expenses, unplanned or unbudgeted expenses. So when the current budget was put together, this was obviously not an expense that was planned. The expense is going to be used to fund a consulting agency. If you give me a second, I can get the name. And the amount that they are requesting is $11,000. See if I can grab it real quick.
Chris, you said it was coming out of, was it free cash
It,
we're moving
it,
on?
no, it's separate, it's, reserve fund.
Reserve funds?
Right,
Do
so,
you have our reserve fund balance?
I do, actually, it has not been used yet.
That's what I need to see.
Yeah, I don't, this has everything, I got this from Todd, it has free cash stabilization fund, it does not have reserve fund. I did ask, it is still fully funded at the moment. 100,000.
Okay.
Sorry,
So, with $100,000, they wanna take
11,000 of that, right.
Indeed won't work? Monster Jobs doesn't work? I don't understand.
Oh, I
A lot of
can't,
money.
yeah, that's for the consultants, if I can find, oh, actually right here, let's see, there we go, okay, I'm getting close. Third fund transfer. It is for contract services, oh, I thought I had the vendor name on here, I guess I don't, it's just for contract services. I had somewhere that it's consulting agency. So yeah, I cannot comment on, I mean, select board voted on that?
Again, my question is simply that, it doesn't matter what the name of the company is. So we're hiring a consultant to do job interviews?
To assist with the search process. That is correct. Then that's all I can tell you, because that's all I know.
Can I ask a question? I know that, government has the RFP process. Is there more than one bid on this, or is it just the one estimate?
As far as I know, this is not something that was put up to bid.
Okay.
No, I don't
We
believe
can-
all consultants have to go out to bids.
Yeah,
right?
it could be a
'Cause
dollar
that's an
amount.
ugly process.
Yeah, it's, I think it's a dollar amount or the necessary process or immediate need.
Okay.
I don't wanna speak to it because I honestly don't know the answer to that. I just think $11,000 to have someone do
Yeah.
job interviews is a lot of money, and I kinda wish someone from,
We
Was
can
it asked?
certainly table this. We have time.
I'd like to.
We can table this, we can get more information. And we will be meeting in a couple of weeks, do our regular budget presentations, and we can certainly bring it back up then, so we can table it, and we can get more information.
I'd like to make a motion to table this until we get more information.
Okay,
A second motion.
okay.
Cost and I.
Walker, aye?
Right, aye.
Okay, we will table it, and if any questions, send it to me, I will email you folks shortly. Bob, I just need your email address too, Mike, I have yours. Send me the questions, and I will get them to, either the interim town administrator or whoever the new, board of selectmen chair is. Okay, thank you. Okay, next, item on the agenda is the Freetown Lakeville Regional School District, budget discussion. I'm not planning a detailed discussion tonight, it's just really to get you folks up to speed on kind of where we're at. The school district voted, what day is today? Today's Wednesday, right? Monday night. They voted on their budget. I can email you, I don't have hot copies of the budget, and Mike, you definitely are probably gonna wanna see the budget,
Yep.
being the school committee representative. You wanna turn that over?
I'm gonna turn it into somebody. I don't know who I'm supposed to give it to.
At the moment, I don't think you need to turn it to anybody, so
He's school committee, he can have it.
I'll advocate that and let the board figure out how to get there, how about that?
That does not represent the most recent change, if I believe.
Okay.
Unless, I don't know what the vote was, so I don't know if it was a change.
The school committee voted on that budget, okay? However, the budget is accurate, the assessment was updated, okay? So the original assessment was for Lakeville. Give me a second. The original assessment was about 1.09 million. Through discussions by our interim town administrator, Bob Nunes, with the superintendent, That assessment was reduced to about $703,000, 703 roughly, 703, 141 if you want the exact number. They were able to, I don't want to go into too many details, but they were able to reduce that assessment without impacting the budget by tapping into some other sources of funding. I don't have all the details on that. Those details have not been decided yet by the school committee. Okay. Most likely, I believe it was school choice and some circuit breaker funding. I believe it's right.
So
But I don't have the details on that.
So they knocked down about 300,000.
Correct.
And was that the use of circuit breaker and school choice funding?
That's the assumption. I don't have the details on there yet. They have not released those details yet. They're leaving that to the new school committee.
To vote on that final assessment.
Correct. Right.
It was close, I wanted a little bit more, but, and I know many other people in town did too. Here's the problem, that's not sustainable. I don't care how we look at this, we can't sustain this type of growth,
Right. So
not with residency.
So that number is a number that currently fits into our preliminary town budget that was presented last month to the board and the finance committee. And now, again, that's a preliminary budget. The next step is, I can talk about this now. We are going to have what we call those department hearings, and go back. So on April 17th, starting at 5:30, April 18th, starting at 5:30, and I'll email this information to you folks too, so don't worry about it. And on April 25 at 5:30, we have the department manager meetings. So we come here, all the department managers are here, and that's our opportunity, you went through it last year, to ask the questions to the department managers. So it's a preliminary budget. Once we wrap that up, the board of selectmen will vote on it. We will vote on it. We're voting on what we're voting on is our recommendation, okay? And then after that, it goes to town meeting on June 10th. It will go to town meeting. And of course, anybody can submit a warrant article and reduce any of that portion of the budget too. That's the way, per the bylaws, that process works, okay?
Can I ask a question about
Absolutely.
the school budget? In the past, so, you're putting together a budget for the year, and then you negotiate, right? Does it typically start here and come here, or does it start here and end up?
It starts high. So the budget that the school committee voted on Monday night, they'll note that several times, that's the absolute ceiling. Can't go any higher, but it can certainly go down.
Okay,
So I'll let you know also that we have a great relationship with the Freetown Finance Committee. I established that relationship last December because we both have a vested interest in it, right? We had, I'm not sure if you're aware, that back in, I think it was, we had our first joint meeting between us and Freetown in January. Followed up by one in February with the school district and the school committee. The purpose of those meetings was not the fiscal year 25 budget, was to look at the fiscal year 24 budget, and we dug into it. We had questions on it, and we submitted those questions. We brought those questions to the attention of the school committee and the superintendent. They answered them and gave us some better understanding what they were doing to help us when the fiscal year 25 budget came out. So now, again, when they released that preliminary budget, or before they did, again, both town administrators, Deb Petty from Freetown and Bob Nunes from here, met with the superintendent. They had some numbers that they were looking at to try to fit in their budget. They were able to negotiate those numbers with the superintendent. And now that is again, what they voted on last night was the ceiling. It can certainly go down. And so the process isn't done, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. We're still in the preliminary phase. And there's still opportunities. Should we, at a future date, choose to pursue it if we want to have additional discussions? And again, whatever discussions we have, we will work together with Freetown because we're both partners in this type. And whatever discussions we have with them, and any changes in the budget, it can't exceed, but it can certainly go down. Whatever changes that we propose will obviously, impact Freetown as well. Whatever they do will impact us too. Okay. So there will potentially be additional joint meetings with Freetown, possibly.
Well, if you don't mind, to you, keeping in mind that we make recommendations, they can completely ignore us.
Exactly.
And that is
correct.
Sometimes what happens.
yes.
Sure.
So what would end up happening is that we, as a committee, will make a decision to either make no recommendation or vote no on the budget, which creates a whole nother series of issues. But in one of my biggest issues is the growth and the expenditures of the school. I have nothing against the kids. I have nothing against the education. I'm strictly speaking about the overall taxpayer for the town. Just because we only get the 2.5% override, it's 2.5% every year plus growth and so forth, doesn't mean they have to take it every time. But most of our budget goes to the school.
Understood.
So that's something that needs to be looked at. Keeping in mind that 33% of the populations here in Lakeville have no children in the school system. There's no return on their investment. So, and they're on fixed incomes. So at some point we have to say, hey, listen, help us out here a little bit. We ask all of our other departments, our DPW. I mean, think about it, the schools gets whatever 70%, police department and fire get 8%.
No, I hear you loud and clear.
We need to address that somewhere.
Yeah.
We ask all of our other departments to take hits, but as soon as we bring it up to the school, we're the bad people.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Can I ask another question? If I want to take this offline, maybe we can just have a meeting. You can answer my silly questions. But normally in the business world, I know they don't work the same way, but you would get, okay, here's the expense for the month. So let's say it's January, you'd see the budgeted amount, the actual amount, what the difference is, and why. Do we get that?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
so that is something that Margaret and I have worked to get. I believe actually they're overdue. That was one of the items. So they have a program called Munis reports. I don't know what Munis stands for, but it's whatever application they use, and that's not something that historically we were getting. Back in December, you saw some of those reports, right? We do get those actuals to budget reports. I believe that. And bottom line is we requested, we got one in January, and we stipulated that we were to get those monthly. I have not seen one, I don't think, since January. So I will request those and I will share those with the committee.
Does every other department do the same thing?
Within the town?
Yes.
Yes. So our town, and I am sitting on one, our town accountant, Todd Hassett, does a fantastic job
Yeah.
of doing that, providing that information monthly. I do have one you just sent, I believe, last week, and once I get the email address, Bob, but I do share that with the committee. Yes,
Okay, thank you.
I'll make a note of that.
I have a question as well.
Sure.
Do you know what the number was for the school budget last year for 2024?
Yes, not off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I will get you that. I have the assessments from last year. I will
Okay.
share that with you, definitely.
Thank you.
Is it in the budget book?
Oh, you're right. It may be in the budget
think it's-
book.
I think it's in that
it
budget
will.
book.
Yep, it'll be. You're right. It'll be in the budget book. They have the assessment worksheet in there.
Mm.
The original budget assessment worksheet. I'll get you the updated one, and it does do a comparison, as any budget does, with what it is for the prior year.
That book is excellent if you can't sleep. It took me probably 3 weeks to read that book. I kept
could see
dozing
that.
off. It's a lot.
A couple of notes too. The department manager meetings that I mentioned that are coming up. The location may be at the COA, but I will certainly, I always, even as soon as I find out that the posting's coming, I don't expect you guys to have to keep an eye on the calendar. I will alert you, when that information's posted, the date.
They haven't set dates yet, have they?
I don't think, it's not posted yet, but I got the preliminary from Bob, preliminary schedule. I want to share it, I just got it, it's coming. I want to send it to the entire committee.
All right, well, we're all entire committees right here.
I know, but I still need Barbara's email address,
Okay.
it's coming.
All right,
And the location either to be here or it's gonna be at COA, so just keep that in mind. What else? For a couple of administrative items, budget, binders. I sent a request to Tracy, she will have these for you. So you definitely want to, I'll let you know once they're ready and you can pick them up, at town hall. I think that, okay, it's follow my agenda. Next is a, vote to approve the March 11, minutes. I sent them to you, Larry. I apologize. I wanted to send them to everybody. Can you get access to your email?
I got some.
Did you get a chance to look at them?
Yeah.
Darren, did you get a chance to look at the meeting minutes? I sent them a couple hours.
I did, I can't vote, but I,
Oh, and
yep,
that's
no, I
true.
did, I can't vote on it, but they're fine.
Yep, that's right. Okay, but you received them. So obviously, like, you were not at the meeting.
Right.
So I would assume you would abstain from that vote. But that's okay, as long as us three and two of us approve them. That'll pass. Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the March 11 minutes. And just one more note, that March 11 meeting was the joint meeting between the Finance Committee and the Board of Selectmen, and that's when Bob Nunes presented the preliminary budget. So that's what that meeting was. So it's a good, the meeting minutes are very detailed. Tracy does a great job of meeting minutes. So I will send them out to you. And it's good because it summarizes well, Bob's discussion on the budget. So it's a great intro to the budget for you folks too. So, okay, entertain a motion to vote on the March 11 meeting minutes.
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
okay. Larry,
Costan, aye.
Blanca, aye.
Right, abstain.
Okay, and motion carries. Thank you. That is all I have. So this will be, again, our next meeting won't be until we have the department manager meetings. I'll send the details out, the dates. It's 5:30, location, I believe could be, hearing maybe at COA. I'll let you know once it's confirmed up. But when I'll send you the schedule, it'll tell, what departments are gonna be attending that night, so. Okay.
The tentative dates start in late April. Were they back to back?
It's April 17, April 18, and April 25.
Okay,
Those are the dates set by the interim town administrator, Bob.
okay. I think I'm gonna be traveling for one of those dates.
What were the dates again? April what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm away for 2 of those. as well.
17th,
What?
18th,
I think I'm away
and
for 2 of those
25.
as well. It's like school
Of
vacation
April.
week.
Correct,
For budget meetings?
correct.
17, 18, you said
And the
25?
25, yeah.
Why the big jump?
It could have been, it's by some of the, it could be availability of the board.
25th, I won't be here.
Okay, so we do want to make sure actually, we're not voting on anything. So
We
it's,
should be there.
we should still have a quorum present to open up the meeting.
I can
you're
do
right,
that.
you're right. A quorum is still required. So I won't talk about it now. I'll send an email out. Let
Okay.
me know your availabilities to make sure. Good point. We should have a quorum, even though, right? We do formally open up our meeting as part of that. So I'll send an email out, and we'll. Darren, are you anticipating any availability issues on those dates? I think we lost Darren.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think I heard the beep, so I think we lost him.
Okay.
Okay, well, it is what it is. I'll send an email out, and if you just let me know the availability, okay? With that, I will entertain a motion to close the meeting. It's 5:04.
New business.
Oh, sorry, in the business. It's not, technically not an agenda.
All right, then move on. I'll talk to you later about what I thought we had to vote for.
And did I miss
Who was
something?
the vice chair?
Oh, shoot. Good point.
Yeah, just wanted to.
Good point. Vice Katie.
Who was that vice chair? Was it
Katie.
It was Katie?
It was Katie. Yep.
Yeah,
My
Katie
apologies.
just left without saying anything. We didn't even know.
Yes, vice chair.
Darren's gone, but
I think you just
let's
walked
vote
into
for
that, Larry.
Darren since he doesn't want to say it.
I think we should vote for you because you asked about it.
I'd just like to make sure everything's above
Yeah,
board.
no,
I mean, you'd be a great VP.
you know I'm gonna be here.
Listen,
More.
I will vice chair anything you want as long as you don't leave me up at town meeting
Yeah, and you-
at the podium. Because
Yeah,
I
I
am not reading the warrants,
I,
not doing
I
it.
will be there. I will be there at town meeting.
Okay.
Yes, that's one of the responsibilities for the chair. If you've ever attended a annual
Yep.
town meeting, right, you got to read through all the budget lines. No, I will be there for that. I
I'll make a
will.
motion to vote for the vice chair.
Okay, most.
He can't do it, can he?
Oh, actually, I'll make.
Actually, I'd say I can make a motion to vote for one,
Yeah.
but now you gotta go through nominations.
All right, hold on. I'll make a motion to vote for Larry for vice chair.
Second the motion.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
My pleasure.
Start that out.
Mike, you vote.
Right, aye.
Plunker, aye.
Costa and nay.
Motion carries. Oh man, there's one in every crowd. That's gonna go on the record too.
It's all right.
Thanks for your support. Okay, motion carries. Larry is vice chair. Thank you. Okay, that's all the items on the agenda. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to close the meeting now at 5:06.
So moved.
Okay,
Second the motion.
okay. Your vote,
Costa and I.
Plunker, aye.
Right, aye.
Thank you.